This isn't a channel about religion, but believe it or not, the Bible contains some of the most practical financial advices ever written, and most people have no idea. We're talking about principles that shaped economies, influenced how entire civilizations handled money, and still work today in the middle of inflation, student debt, and a volatile stock market. Whether you're religious or not doesn't matter. What matters is this: these lessons have been tested for thousands of years, and they still hold up. Today we're breaking down 15 biblical lessons about money, wealth, and prosperity. Not because they're divine, but because they're smart. Let's get into it. Financial planning is the foundation of wealth. Most people treat budgeting like a restriction, something that kills freedom. The opposite is true. A budget gives you control. It shows exactly where your money goes, what you can afford, and what's draining your account without you noticing. Luke 14:28-30 says, "For which of you, intending to build a tower, does not sit down first and count the cost, whether he has enough to finish it? Lest, after he has laid the foundation and is not able to finish, all who see it begin to mock him, saying, 'This man began to build and was not able to finish.'" Planning isn't optional. Without it, you're reacting, paying bills, covering emergencies, living paycheck to paycheck. With one, you control your fixed costs, discretionary spending, and how much you save or invest. In an economy where rent, groceries, and gas keep climbing, ignoring financial planning is expensive. Saving is always a wise decision. Genesis 41 tells the story of Joseph interpreting Pharaoh's dream. 7 years of abundance followed by 7 years of famine. Joseph's advice was simple: store grain during the good years to survive the bad ones. It's one of the oldest financial strategies in recorded history, and it still works. It's all about being prepared. An emergency fund isn't just a safety net, it's freedom. It's the difference between losing your job and panicking versus losing your job and having 3 to 6 months to figure things out. Medical bills, car repairs, sudden layoffs, they happen. In today's economy, where inflation eats into purchasing power and job security isn't guaranteed, liquidity protects you. It gives you options and keeps you from going into debt when life throws a curveball. Saving today means surviving tomorrow without sacrificing your future. Avoid get-rich-quick schemes. Proverbs 28:20 warns, "A faithful man will abound with blessings, but he who hastens to be rich will not go unpunished." Fast money schemes are everywhere. Crypto promises, day trading gurus, pyramid schemes disguised as business opportunities. They prey on one thing: desperation. People want out of their financial situation so badly that they stop thinking critically. High returns sound appealing because they solve problems quickly. But here's the reality: anything promising abnormally high returns without clear risk is either illegal, unsustainable, or both. Real wealth compounds slowly. It's built through consistent investing, skill development, and patience. Get-rich-quick schemes do the opposite. They destroy slow wealth. You lose money, time, and often relationships. The market rewards understanding, discipline, and long-term thinking. If something sounds too good to be true, it usually is. Protect your capital by avoiding the illusion of easy money. Before we go further, if you are enjoying this video so far, consider giving it a like. It really helps the channel and tells YouTube that you're interested in this kind of content. Now, let's continue. Seek wise financial counsel. Isolation leads to bad financial decisions. When you make choices alone, you're working with limited information, biases, and emotional impulses. The smartest investors, entrepreneurs, and wealth builders didn't figure it all out by themselves. They learned from people who were already where they wanted to be. Proverbs 13:20 says, "Walk with the wise and become wise, for a companion of fools suffers harm." Today that means reading books, listening to podcasts, finding mentors, doing research. Financial education isn't optional anymore, it's survival. The difference between someone who builds wealth and someone who stays stuck often comes down to who they listen to. Bad advice costs you years. Good counsel accelerates everything. Surround yourself with knowledge, not noise. Hard work still matters. Effort, consistency, and skill development remain essential for building wealth. Proverbs 14:23 says, "All hard work brings a profit, but mere talk leads only to poverty." There's no such thing as passive wealth without active contribution at some point. You either build the system, manage it, or create the value that sustains it. Productivity means focusing on what actually generates income, not just staying busy. The difference is clear. Productive people create value that others pay for. Busy people fill time without results. Proverbs 12:24 adds, "Diligent hands will rule, but laziness ends in forced labor. If you want financial growth, develop skills that solve problems, deliver results, and scale over time. Income follows value creation. The market rewards those who contribute meaningfully. Plan ahead for the future. Proverbs 6:6-8 says, "Go to the ant, you sluggard. Consider its ways and be wise. It has no commander, no overseer or ruler, yet it stores its provisions in summer and gathers its food at harvest." Unexpected expenses will happen. Car repairs, medical emergencies, home maintenance, they're inevitable. The question is whether you're ready when they arrive. Financial foresight means building systems today that protect you tomorrow. Emergency funds, insurance, diversified income streams, these aren't luxuries, they're survival tools. Planning ahead reduces financial shock. It keeps you from scrambling when life disrupts your cash flow. Your future self depends entirely on the decisions you make right now. Diversify your investments. Risk is inevitable in investing. The goal is to manage it intelligently. Diversification spreads your exposure across different asset classes so that one bad outcome doesn't destroy your entire portfolio. Ecclesiastes 11:1-2 puts it clearly. "Cast your bread upon the waters, for after many days you will find it again. Give portions to 7, yes to 8, for you do not know what disaster may come upon the land." This principle applies directly to modern investing. Stocks, bonds, real estate, international funds, each behaves differently under economic pressure. When one drops, another might hold steady or grow. Overexposure to a single asset leaves you vulnerable. Diversification is your hedge against uncertainty. It's how you protect long-term wealth while still participating in growth. Practice generosity without financial recklessness. Money should serve you, not control you. Generosity is one of the clearest ways to break emotional attachment to wealth. When you help others, whether through time, resources, or attention, you shift your relationship with money. You stop hoarding out of fear and start using it intentionally. But generosity doesn't mean financial irresponsibility. 2 Corinthians 9:7 reminds us, "Each of you should give what you have decided in your heart to give, not reluctantly or under compulsion, for God loves a cheerful giver." The key is choice, not pressure. You can't help anyone if you're drowning financially. Giving works when it comes from a stable position, not desperation. Support causes you believe in, help people who need it, but protect your own foundation first. Sustainable generosity requires financial health. Avoid debt whenever possible. Debt doesn't just cost money, it costs freedom. Every monthly payment is a claim on your future income. You're working to pay for decisions you made in the past, and that limits what you can do today. Proverbs 22:7 says it plainly. The rich rule over the poor, and the borrower is slave to the lender. Consumer debt traps people in cycles of stress. Credit cards with high interest, car loans that stretch beyond the vehicle's value, lifestyle inflation funded by borrowing, it all adds up. The emotional weight is real. Debt creates anxiety, strains relationships, and forces you into jobs or situations you'd rather leave. It removes options. Financial independence means owing as little as possible. Every dollar you don't owe someone else is a dollar you control. Do not co-sign or guarantee debt. Co-signing feels like helping someone. In reality, you're absorbing their financial risk without any control over their behavior. If they miss payments, you're legally responsible. Your credit takes the hit, collectors call you, and the relationship often breaks down under the pressure. Proverbs 11:15 warns, "Whoever puts up security for a stranger will surely suffer, but whoever refuses to shake hands in pledge is safe." The risk is almost always underestimated. You assume the person will pay, that nothing will go wrong, that it's temporary. But financial situations change fast. Job loss, health issues, poor decisions. Money conflicts destroy relationships faster than almost anything else. Saying no protects your future and often preserves the relationship better than saying yes and watching it collapse under financial strain. Stop gambling and speculating. Gambling isn't investing. It's betting on outcomes you can't control, with odds designed to favour the house. The appeal is simple, fast money with minimal effort. But the statistical reality is clear. Casinos, lotteries, and betting platforms profit because most people lose. Proverbs 28:20 applies here too. "A faithful man will abound with blessings, but he who hastens to be rich will not go unpunished." The long-term financial damage of gambling culture is real. It drains money that could be building wealth through actual assets. Every dollar spent on a lottery ticket or sports bet is a dollar not working for you in the market. Redirect that money into investments with real growth potential. Betting steals from your future. Investing builds it. See opportunity where others see crisis. Fear dominates during economic downturns. Stock markets crash, unemployment rises, businesses close. Most people panic, sell assets, and retreat. But economic cycles create opportunity for those who can think clearly. Numbers 13 to 14 tells the story of 12 spies sent to scout the Promised Land. 10 saw giants and obstacles. 2, Joshua and Caleb, saw the same situation differently. They saw opportunity. Same facts, different perspective. Recessions lower asset prices. Inflation shifts consumer behavior. Crises reveal problems that need solving, and solving problems is the fastest path to wealth creation. Real estate becomes affordable. Businesses sell below value. Talent becomes available. The market rewards those who act rationally when others panic. Perspective creates advantage. Learn to see what fear blinds others to. Control your spending and stop comparing. Consumer culture pushes people into unnecessary spending. Ads, social media, peer pressure, they all create the illusion that you need more to be enough. The result is lifestyle inflation. As income rises, spending rises faster. You earn more but save less. 2 Corinthians 10-12 warns against comparison. For we dare not class ourselves or compare ourselves with those who commend themselves. But they, measuring themselves by themselves and comparing themselves among themselves, are not wise. Social comparison is financial self-sabotage. You buy things to keep up with people who might be drowning in debt themselves. Delaying gratification is a strategic advantage. Every dollar spent on impressing others is a dollar not compounding in your favor. Align your spending with your values and long-term goals, not someone else's highlight reel. Wealth grows when you stop competing with appearances. Live simply and work quietly. Flashy lifestyles increase financial anxiety. The bigger the house, the nicer the car, the more visible the success, the higher the cost to maintain it all. 1 Thessalonians 4:11-12 advises, make it your ambition to lead a quiet life. You should mind your own business and work with your hands, just as we told you, so that your daily life may win the respect of outsiders and so that you will not be dependent on anybody. Quiet wealth protects you. It keeps expenses low, reduces pressure, and gives you independence. Simplicity isn't about deprivation, it's about freedom. When your lifestyle doesn't require constant income to sustain, you gain flexibility. You can take risks, change careers, invest more aggressively. Self-reliance means you're not trapped by obligations or appearances. Live below your means, work consistently, and avoid dependency. Build communities, not just income. Wealth isn't a solo mission. The people around you, your network, your relationships, your community, multiply opportunity in ways money alone can't. Trust, collaboration, and shared success create leverage that accelerates growth for everyone involved. When you help others build skills, grow businesses, or solve problems, you're not losing. You're investing in a system that eventually benefits you. Communities share knowledge, open doors, create partnerships, and provide support when things go wrong. The entrepreneur who builds alone hits limits fast. The one who builds with others scales faster and sustains longer. Wealth compounds through connection. Your network becomes a strategic asset, not for exploitation, but for mutual growth. Strong communities create long-term stability that individual effort can't match. These principles weren't written for our economy, but they still work in it. That's the test of real wisdom. It outlasts trends, technology, and market cycles. Financial success today is about discipline, patience, and alignment. Budget before you build. Save before you need it. Avoid shortcuts. Seek counsel. Work hard. Plan ahead. Diversify. Give responsibly. Stay out of debt. Protect your boundaries. Don't gamble. See opportunity in crisis. Control spending. Live simply. Build community. These lessons have survived because they address something deeper than money. They address human behavior. Apply them consistently, and you'll build wealth that lasts. If you found this valuable, take a second to hit the like button. It really supports the channel. And if you want to keep watching more content on finance, investing, and building real wealth, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching.